We all know it. My jaw dropped. Lucy's face turned crimson. Tom stood there, stunned, like a deer in headlights. The church was silent. My mother intervened and sat my father down. But then, the cake incident happened. After the ceremony, we moved to the reception hall, where the cake was waiting to be cut. Lucy and Tom stood in front of it, smiles plastered on their faces as the DJ queued up the music. But just as they were about to slice into it, Dad appeared. "I'm just going to go ahead and cut the cake for you," he announced, winking at the guests like he was the one getting married. I've always had an eye for these things. Before anyone could stop him, Dad took a knife and plunged it straight into the center of the cake, not cutting it in neat slices, but slashing it as if he were chopping down a tree. The cake collapsed under the pressure. Frosting splattered everywhere. It looked less like a wedding cake and more like a car accident.
Lucy's eyes went wide, and for a second, I thought she might pass out.
Tom stood there in utter shock, looking like he wanted to crawl into a hole. Dad, meanwhile, was wiping cake off his face with a smirk. "Just saving you from a disaster, kid," he said, in what I swear was an attempt at a victory speech. The wedding was far from perfect, but in the end, Lucy and Tom got what they wanted. A day to remember, for better or for worse. And as for Dad, well,